Today's problem is to implement a cellular automata.
If you like my videos,
feel free to do nothing. Just grab a cup of coffee
and enjoy.
The puzzle imagines that seats in the waiting area for a ferry becomes occupied or free based on rules very similar to those for Conway's game of life. Basically, a seat becomes occupied if no adjacent seats are occupied, and it becomes free if 4 or more of the adjacent seats are occupied. For solving this problem, we need a matrix that maps where the seats are and if they are occupied or not. This is what we get as indata. Then we transform this matrix according to the seating rules, and keep doing this until people stops moving around. Seating is stable. The puzzle result is then the number of occupied seats for the stable seating. My problems with writing the solution in C++ was 1. Remember the C syntax for string literal arrays, and 2. Using nested standard map as the matrix and mixing range for loops and indexed loops over the matrix caused me to create a matrix with the wrong indexing, and having a hard time figuring out that this has happened. 3. Mixing up I and j index incrementing in nested matrix cell looping, which was hard to find as I of course read the code as I intended to have written it. I also managed to screw up the test data by entering data for the wrong iteration into the test data input array. Finally, I also forgot to not update the matrix I'm applying the rules to. I have to update a separate matrix and then transfer all the changes back in one go. Otherwise, the rules get interfering with themselves. And here follows 4 hours of coding, mostly debugging in just 4 minutes. I hope I will learn from this. So, as I told you, in the beginning I struggled to get these input data in some processable form, and I struggled with the C syntax, and I also looked into using the standard array. I just tried different stuff here, and of course this was past midnight, so I suppose I can blame me being a little bit unfocused, but anywho, I'm struggling on here. So there you saw me defining the data types for convenience, and here I'm trying to use transform or if or any of the standard libraries with a matrix printer. I struggled with that for a while and finally gave up because I couldn't figure out what API this printer should be. I was aiming to make something that looks like a back inserter so that I can use it to just print the matrix rows out into an output stream. Could be a future problem. I don't think it's too hard, but I gave up here. It wasn't the task of this puzzle to do this here. Now we are defining the operator ++ for the test automata class, and this operator ++ is the one that transforms one state of the matrix to the next using the rules, and I'm here just making up the API of the internals of this machinery to make it convenient. And you may see from me stumbling around here how much of this indexing nightmare I'm having to deal with. And if it's something that I don't excel in, it is these +-1 problems. I had the same problem with my education, so I'm more of a overview generalist thinker. Anywho, I'm figuring it out slowly, and there I realized I need two matrices because I can't update the matrix while I'm processing it, because then the rules get interfering with themselves. So okay, that was a lot of flashing. I now adjusted the input data because I realized something was wrong with my input data, and now I'm adjusting again. I'm still confused about the input data. It's a lot of things that I just got slightly wrong, and it slowed me down significantly. Now I solved that problem. Now I'm trying to figure out why the adjacent. Now I'm close. Yeah, now I'm going for the final data. Okay, finally. And that's it. Here we have the final solution. So I just copy the answer, go to the site, enter it, and phew, right answer. Thank you for watching. See you next time.
If you like my videos,
feel free to do nothing. Just grab a cup of coffee
and enjoy.